Well, hello there. Here we are in the Pacific Northwest. Got my girl Hera here, Marie behind the camera, and we are starting day one of our adventure, but actually it's day three because we started in California. We drove up to Washington, but this is where we left off 2 years ago after doing the Oregon coast. And now we are into Washington, and we're going to do the Washington coast and the Olympic Peninsula. We're going to check out some cool rainforests. We're going to see some pretty cool harbors, maybe pick up some oysters, and barbecue some oysters. Yes, Marie? Yeah. What do you think, Hera? So we've been studying our map, the whole backside of this guy. Gonna find some campgrounds. We got beautiful weather. So we're starting here at Cape Disappointment State Park, which is the southwestern tip of Washington. And we're right on the beach, beautiful campground. And Hera likes it. Big, beautiful beach for dogs to run on. And a couple lighthouses here too, so I highly recommend checking it out. We're gonna fire up the van, head north, and see what we see. So, take a look at this campground though, this is beautiful. So, this is Marie, Hera, Ferdinand the van, and I'm Mike. Let's go for an adventure. It's technically day three of our adventure, but day one of the Washington section, and here we are in Seaside, I believe. Where are we at, Marie? Seaview, near Long Beach, and alternator went bad, so luckily I carry an extra, swapped it out, but now the battery's so low it won't start. Tried to get a jump, didn't work. My jump pack has tried, got us one start, and now I won't do it again. So we're waiting on AAA to come and give us a jump. He was there in 20 minutes. He came from 2.5 blocks away. Put a jump charge on there, pretty much fired right up. Van's running. Got a new alternator in here, or at least one that's supposedly working. And we're back on the road. The 101 heading north up to Aberdeen, Washington. So we drove for 45 minutes or so, thinking, well, battery should be charged by now. Pulled over on a hill so that I could push start it if I needed to. Went to fire it up, dead battery. So alternator's working fine, seemed to be. So we limped it into Aberdeen, went to an O'Reilly's, pulled the battery, had them test the battery, and even though the battery's less than a year old, it was bad. So we got a new battery. We are on our way to a campsite, a beautiful section just northwest of Aberdeen, out near the, what's it called? The ocean beaches, ocean beaches, yeah. Everything seems to be running good. We're keeping an eye on things. And, not a long day in the saddle, but definitely a long day. So we found a campsite here at, what's the name of it, Marie?
Ocean City State Park.
Ocean City State Park, northwestern Washington. We're gonna go for a walk down the beach trail. But we drove around in this loop for a couple times looking for the perfect campsite. What is the perfect campsite? What's a perfect campsite to you, Marie?
Kind of, well, always forested or right by the beach and with no RVs around.
Yeah, we like to be away from the RVs in case they have generators running. Like to be a little secluded, preferably away from dogs because we have our own, and maybe kids because they're noisy sometimes. And near water, close to bathrooms if there are some. And a little morning sunshine's not a bad thing either. But anyways, what does the perfect campsite mean to you? What are those boxes you have to check? Leave them in the comments below. So one of the main reasons we road trip in the van is to explore. We like to see new things, see pretty places. And wow, look at that big kite way over there. probably can't see it, but and just get out and see the world. The van is just our tool. It gets us there most of the time. Breakfast time in the Westie. It's usually me staring at maps and Marie doing the hard work. All right, so day 4, right?
Yes.
Day 4, we just left, we're leaving Ocean City State Park in Washington, and the van started up this morning, so that's a win. Got a little chilly last night, woke up to 42.
No, it was 41.
41 degrees, and the diesel heater wasn't working, which is not a big deal. Usually works fine, but it was having some issues, but we were fine. Got some showers last night. Hera's in the back, hiding out. And beautiful little campground though.
Yeah, definitely recommend it.
Very pretty, and hardly anybody here, although it is Monday morning, so time to come to the Olympic Peninsula is definitely not summer. So we are in Olympic National Forest, and we stopped along Lake Quinault and drove up the Quinault River to where the road turned to gravel, and stopped and got out, and beautiful. You can kind of see through the trees here. And it's a Monday morning, pretty quiet, nobody out here. And we're just outside of Grays Harbor County. Everything's doing good, van's running good, fingers crossed. So we stopped here on Lake Quinault to go check out the world's largest Sitka spruce. Let's go take a look. We have officially entered Olympic National Park.
How are you? Aw. Really sweet. How old is she?
9.
Aw. I like your sweater. All right, Hera. So I am going to read the Bark Ranger Pledge to you here. Oh yeah, she got to smell my dogs. All right, so you got to pay attention. BARK is an acronym, and it stands for Bag Your Poop, Always Wear a Leash. You're doing a great job of that right now. Respect wildlife. So if you start barking at the wildlife, or if they seem bothered by your presence, you're gonna wanna move on and give them some distance. And then K is for know where you can go. And on the back side of this card, it has that list of trails that we were talking about. So I'll give this to you if you wanna sign down here as her human companion. Have a great time out there.
Thank you.
And what about here?
Now we're pulling off to go see the big cedar tree. So we're at the Hoh Rainforest and camping back up here. And cool little campground right on the Hoh River. We're gonna head out, check out the visitor center, and settle down and take in some rainforest. It's so beautiful here. So we got our campsite set up. Marie's got decorations going already. Campfire's ready to go. And the moss, this thing is amazing. Or maybe it's called Old Man's Beard. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. But not too many people here. Pretty quiet on a Monday night. It's the way to do it. We like to camp in the winter months or the fall, winter, spring because we're outside of the busy season and you have much better choice in campsite. Fewer people and it's just quiet. So empty campsite, empty campsite, empty campsite, empty campsite, empty campsite. There's some people camped way over yonder, but pretty amazing. And we picked up an Olympic National Park sticker. It's gonna have to go maybe right here. All right, we just packed up, heading out of the Hoh Rainforest. Beautiful campground.
Yeah.
Very quiet, not too many people there. Got lucky. Had a great tri-tip dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delicious.
And now we're heading towards Forks. We're gonna refill on some propane and some animal cookies,
Oh,
maybe some other good stuff, and then head up to a lighthouse, maybe see some waterfalls, some lakes. But the Hoh River sure is pretty. Up on the Olympic Peninsula, make sure you stop by the Hoh Rainforest. And we didn't get to do the hikes, but apparently there is a 18-mile hike up to the Blue Glacier. We've got the pup with us back there, so we're not doing any of the hikes, at least not the major ones, which is okay because I don't think I could hike 18 miles right now if I wanted to. That's one way. So lots of backpackers here. All right. Well, so one of our traditions on the road is we pick up postcards and we mail them off to our family back home. That's what we're doing here at the post office in beautiful Forks, Washington, which is what, the rainiest
spot in the continuous 40 states.
That's right. And we haven't seen rain until we got to Forks, and now it's starting to sprinkle. So
Yay.
That holds true.
Been looking forward to it.
So we're on the road out to Nia Bay and Cape Flattery, which is the northwesternmost point of the lower 48. And we're stuck here at a little road construction. We've been sitting for how long?
I don't know, about 15 minutes.
15 minutes. And we're hungry. Marie's eating sunflower seeds. I got nothing, but hopefully there's some cool little fish and chips place once we get out there. So we gotta head all the way out here, out to Nia Bay, and then we'll see if we go out to Flattery or not. I don't know what that looks like. So just exploring, then we'll come back out, head back towards Olympic National Park, camp for the night. So we decided to turn around because the road construction was taking too long and head back towards this bay we had seen. And right alongside the highway, there was 2 orcas down by the beach, a mama and her baby, just hanging out. So we stopped to get out and watch. Apparently, from the locals, the 2 have been there for a couple weeks. They're not in any danger, doing just fine, and just hanging out in the bay. Pretty awesome. So we didn't make it out to Flattery, obviously. Stopped, got some breakfast, and we're heading towards Port Angeles via Highway 112 along the coast. We were looking for the town of Psh,
We didn't find it.
but we rolled right through it. I guess there's like a cabin there, and that must be Psh. So, I'm serious, it's called Psh. Marie thought I was trying to shush her up. Like, no, it's called Psh, Psh, Psh. Murdoch Beach is famous for an old Captain Murdoch back in the 1700s. First landed on these shores, and he said, "This will now be known as Murdoch Beach." Sound good? So here we are out on the streets of Juan de Fuca. And Victoria is over there somewhere. That's all Canada. Southern part of Vancouver Island, which is where I was back in May. Hi to my Canadian friends. So we're leaving this old Duke Canyon where we camped for the night. And we're heading back down to 101 and go check out Marymere Falls. Short little hike, the 90-foot waterfall right off the highway. And then over to Port Angeles and Port Townsend. Hopefully we'll camp
Somewhere
near the beach. So we've stopped along the Crescent Lake, and we're at the Marymere Falls Trail. It's just about 0.9 miles off the highway. We're gonna go check it out. We left Hera in the car. She's probably yelping and not very happy with us right now, but no dogs allowed on trails. So sorry, Hera. Marymere Falls. So we are now just outside of Port Townsend at Fort Worden State Park, old Navy base here, I believe, Navy, yeah, where Officer and a Gentleman was filmed. For those of you who are old enough to remember that from the 80s. And again, Marie's getting her decorations up. Hera's ready to go for a walk. Cute little campground. We're gonna walk down towards the water, see what we see. Got this beautiful view of the Puget Sound. Tomorrow we're heading into town for a fresh clam chowder.
Hopefully find some oysters.
Some oysters. All right, so we left Port Townsend and Fort Worden, where we camped last night. We're heading down to Polsbo, visit some friends of ours, grab some lunch. We'll be heading over to the Hood Canal. Hey, look there's a bay window bus. Woohoo! So yeah, it is Thursday. We're gonna grab some lunch, find a place to camp tonight, and then we're gonna get some oysters.
Yes.
So we are here on the 101 heading south along Hood Canal, stopping at the Hoh Oyster Farm. And we're gonna get some fresh oysters. Where are we at?
Hoh Oysters.
Mussels. So we got our oysters, our mussels, our crab cakes, and our seafood chowder here at the Hoh. If you are on the 101 heading south out of the Olympic Peninsula, definitely stop at the Hoh Oyster Farm. All right, so Hoh was
Amazing.
amazing. What was your favorite part, Marie?
I don't know, it was all good. The mussels, we did crab cakes, 3 different types of oysters, and a seafood chowder.
The shrimp and clams.
It was all good.
Had a heat lamp, and it was delicious. We picked up some oysters, shucked oysters for some friends we're gonna see here soon, family friends, and some oysters to
purple
barbecue.
Something oysters and then grilled oysters for later.
Yeah, so more to come. But now we're heading south on the 101 down towards Olympia. And we'll be back on the 5 heading south to Sacramento. Okay, Marie,
Yes.
if we were going to go back to the Olympic Peninsula, or we had suggestions for others heading up there, what would you tell them?
Definitely go to the Hoh Rainforest.
Definitely go to the Hoh Rainforest.
Yeah, and don't take a dog so that you can go on some of the longer hikes, because I'm sure they're beautiful.
Yep.
We just got to go on a short one. Definitely go by Hoh Oysters
Oh, Hoh.
and pick some up to take, because you're going to want more.
Yes. I concur. I think the Hoh Rainforest, and then also the
Soul Duck
Hot Springs area. There's some amazing trails there, but it's national park, so you can't take dogs. We knew that. We brought Hera.
Yeah.
So we didn't plan on doing a lot of hiking, but if we were to come back, then we would definitely come dogless, so we could stay camped in 2 or 3 nights in one spot and then go explore some of the cool rainforest trails.
And this time of year, perfect. Campgrounds were empty.
And for the record, this is the first week of October, 2024. And yeah, the weather was amazing. High of 70s, low of 40s.
Rain a couple of days, that was it.
Drizzle.
Well, didn't even rain for the day.
Yeah.
Just rained for a few hours.
So this is day 10 of our adventure. And we are here at Castle Crags State Park up near Mount Shasta Lake. And we've never camped here before. We've rolled through, checked it out. It's right off the freeway, so you get a little freeway noise, but it's not bad. Cute little campground. All empty sites. And pretty much to ourselves here. And we're packing up. This is our last day. We're heading down into Sacramento, into the heat. It's supposed to be about 98 today, I believe. Marie's in making breakfast. Check this out. This is how we roll. French toast. So yeah, good trip. Olympic Peninsula. Check that off our list. We got our sticker to prove that we were there. Along with Pismo, Santa Barbara, Redwoods, Death Valley, Bend, Mendo, Grand Teton, Yellowstone, Joshua Tree, and many more that we haven't even put on yet. So Ferdinand did great, minus a couple little issues with charging systems, but we got that hammered out. So we're gonna finish it out, head back to Sacramento, and we'll see you next time.